Good morning, students. As discussed in the previous class, today we will be discussing about the Indian Standard Time, how it is calculated, what are the reasons of why we went to have a standardized timing. So before going into that, let us go to the basics. That is how the time is calculated in the entire world. Time is calculated on the basis of rotation of Earth along with the sun's movement on it. Do you know how much time does Earth take to complete one rotation? Yes, it is 24 hours. Earth takes totally 24 hours to complete one rotation. So this 24 hours, how it happens? It is basically on the basis of the sun's rays falling on the Earth. So let us see that. Okay. So now let us draw a globe. You take a pen or a pencil, take a compass, and draw and practice as I'm doing. So you can pause in between the video, complete that task, and then move further so that you can learn with the video. So now here I've drawn a circle that is representing the globe or Earth and drawn North Pole over here. So this is North Pole. From North Pole, I've drawn first the center line, that is the longest longitude. All the longitudes are same in size. There's no long, but latitudes, as you say, latitudes, the longest latitude is equator. But in case of longitudes, all longitudes are of same size. They start from North Pole, they end up in South Pole. So all are same in size. But there's one longitude which passes through London, that is 0 degree, called as Greenwich Prime Meridian. Greenwich Meridian or Prime Meridian. This line is called as 0 degree, that is Prime Meridian or Greenwich Meridian. On this meridians, based on this meridian, this time of the entire world is calculated. That is, when the sun's rays are falling vertically on this line, it is 12 noon. According to that, only the entire world's time is calculated. Is it clear? Okay, now let us draw some longitudes. So you can draw some longitudes as it is drawn over here. Okay. So do you know how many longitudes are there? Any idea? You studied in your grade 4, you studied in 5th, 6th, 7th. How many longitudes are there? Okay. There are totally 360 longitudes, because the circle is how many degree? The circle is 360 degree. So see, this is a circle over here, and from here the longitudes are moving towards North Pole to South Pole. So every line is of 1 degree. So that means how many lines will be there? Totally 360 lines. So how many longitudes are there? 360. So that is 180 in this side and 180 the western part of the prime meridian. So from here it ends up here. Okay, and this goes up to here. So how many longitudes are towards the east? Towards the east there are 180 lines. Towards the west there are 180 lines up to here. Let us assume up to here. So this is 180th line. The same thing over here, and 180th line. The same thing over the 180th line. Is it clear? So totally how many longitudes we have? 360 longitudes. Now children, let us, since it is round in shape, it is very tough to work on it. So let us go to, let us make this earth flattened on the next page and try to understand it is better. Okay. So you have to take a next paper, take scale, pencil, etc., and start doing. For time being, I am doing it in a rough. So now let us come to the next page. So this is the way of flattening the earth. Okay. Clear? So I'm drawing the central line. What is this line called as? Prime meridian or Greenwich meridian, on which, on the basis of this, the interval time is set. So I'm marking it as 0 degree meridian. So how many lines towards the east, as I said? Yes, 180 lines. So I am drawing certain lines here. You also can draw. So you have to understand that how many degrees towards the east, 180 degrees. That is, each line is of 1 degree. So that means total how many lines are there? 180 lines. Sorry, I'm not using a scale because I'm recording it. So one of my hand is busy with it. And since I didn't want to prepare it in advance, because maybe that it may not be practically understandable if I come with a prepared note, so I thought of explaining it live. Okay, so now I have drawn some lines towards the east of prime meridian. Which direction? Eastern side. So I have drawn some lines, isn't it? Similarly, I will be drawing some lines in the west also. See, I'm not drawing all the 180 lines, isn't it? Is it possible for me to draw 180 lines now? No. So I'm not drawing all the 180 lines. I'm drawing few lines for better understanding. And make sure that these lines are not for coming straight. These lines are not coming straight. They have to start from where? From the North Pole to South Pole. But for better understanding, I'm drawing it straight. Is it clear? This should not come as straight. It should come from the North Pole to South Pole. It should come this manner. Okay. But since you need to understand it better, I have drawn it straight. Okay. Now let us come up to the next point. So as I said that how many lines are there? 180 lines towards the east, 180 lines towards the west. So how many lines totally? You have 360 lines, isn't it? 360 longitudes. So these longitudes are basically called as meridians. What are they called as? Meridians. Now certain lines are called as standard meridians. Standard meridians. Certain lines are called as standard meridians. Now why they are called as standard meridians? So let us see that. See, the sun's movement, sun's rays takes 4 minutes. Let us see here. Let us see. It takes 4 minutes to move from one line to another line. How much time it takes? 4 minutes. One longitude to another longitude, the sun's rays takes when the Earth is moving from west to east. So this is west and this is east. So the Earth is rotating from west to east. So the sun's rays will be coming from east to west. Let us assume sun is here. So when the Earth is rotating from west to east, so the Earth is rotating from west to east, the sun's rays will be falling from, sun's rays always falls first where, which direction? East, isn't it? So the sun's rays will be from east to west. So the eastern part will get the sun's rays first and gradually the western part. So let us see here, the sun's rays which moves from this line to this line, it takes how much? 4 minutes. So from this line to the 15th line when it reaches, do you know how much time it takes? That is 15 into 4. How much? 60 minutes. What it is? 60 minutes. That is one line to another line. How much time it is taking? It is taking 4 minutes. So when it is reaching the 15th line, how much time it will take? It is 15 into 4, that is 60 minutes. So every 15th line, how much time is taken? 1 hour is taken. How much time is taken? 1 hour. Okay, so let us see. This is the 15th line. Let us see. This is the 15th line, and this is the 30th line. This is the 45th line. This is the 68th line. Then this is the 75th line. Okay, so in this way we will go take it as. So in that case, so this is the 15th line, then the 30th line, then the 45th line, then the 60th line, then the 70th, so every 15th line I am getting. So now, if it is 12 o'clock, do you know what will be the time here? It will be 1 o'clock. It will be ahead. The eastern part, it will be ahead because sun's rays is passing through this side. So already it would have been 12 here earlier, and sun rays would have passed and reached here then. So when it is 12 o'clock here, so I'm repeating it, sun's rays is moving from east to west. So when the sun's rays would have been straight over it. At that time, it would have been 12 o'clock here. And it takes how much minute to travel from this line to this line? That is 15 lines are there. So it will take 1 hour. So after 1 hour, it reaches exactly over this line and makes 12 o'clock over here on this line. So at that time, what will be the time over here? It will be 1 p.m. Similarly, what will be the time over here? 2 p.m. because it is 30 degree. Because it is 30 degree. That means 2 hour differences. Is it clear? Anyway, the sun's. So, but on the other hand, if you come to the western part, it is it is not ahead. It is back. So if it is 12 o'clock, it will be 11 a.m. here. Because sun's rays have not reached over here, isn't it? When the sun's rays reaches here at 12 noon, it has not reached here. So how much time it will take to reach here? It will take another 1 hour. So what is the time over here? It is 11 a.m. Is it clear? So it will take another 1 hour to reach over this line, isn't it? So it is now here vertically. Sun is here. So it will take another 1 hour to reach here because other side is rotate towards that side, and the sun's rays will take 4 minutes to travel each line, and by passing all 15th line, when it reaches here, it will be almost 1 hour over. Okay, so when it is 12 noon here, at the same time, the time over here will be 11 a.m. Is it clear? So on the basis of the time over here, when it is 12 noon, this is the way the time is calculated. So towards the east, every 15th line, 1 hour. Towards the east, 1 hour ahead, and towards west, 1 hour backward it is calculated. Is it clear? Okay. So this is basically according to the movement of the sun on the earth, we calculate the time. Now let us come to the Indian Standard Time. So let us see where India will be. India will be somewhere. So let us assume this is equator. What it is? Equator. And this is what is said? Prime meridian, Greenwich meridian. Isn't it? So what we studied last class, that the sun lies between which longitudes? It lies between 68 degree east. 68 degree east. So this is 60, this is 60, and this is 75. Somewhere it is here. So I am drawing this line little darker. This is 68. We assume it. This is 68. Okay. And 75 plus 15, how much? 90, isn't it? So this is 90. And 90 plus 15, how much? 105. Isn't it? So now, so 68 degree. So I'm mentioning it as 68 degree to 98 degrees. So this is 90. So 98 will be somewhere here. So this is something which I draw darkly. For your better understanding, I'll draw it again darkly. I should have used some other pen, but while recording I don't want to shift. You may use some other pen. So have all those things before. Okay, so this line is 68 degree and this is 98 degree. Is it clear? So now another, what was the latitude? Latitude was what? 8 degree. So this is 0 degree. So 8 degree will be somewhere here, isn't it? Somewhere little above the 0 degree. So I am drawing 8 degree here. Okay, so this is 8 degree, this is 68 degree here, this is 98 degree here. I'm just making it a little dark for your understanding, and this is 8 degree here. Okay, now what was the under latitude? 37 degree, isn't it? So 8 degree is here, 37 is somewhere here. Let us assume 37 is somewhere here. So we are drawing the 37 line. 37 degree latitude. Okay. So this is 8 degree and this is 37 degree. What? North latitudes. North latitudes. 37 degree and 8 degree north latitudes. So this is what we draw. So now what we got is, we got the longitudinal and latitudinal extension of India. India now lies in this, isn't it? India lies in, since now you are Gujarat or something, and it comes here, then you are, so this is what you are. So this area is where we understand that India lies in. So the Jammu Kashmir is here, then your Kanyakumari is here, your eastern part of Arunachal Pradesh is here, then Gujarat, Ran of Kutch is here. So all the areas are clear. So India lies between what? 8 degree north latitude to 37 degree north latitude plus 68 degree east longitude and 98 degree east longitude. So within that India is lying. So now let us see about the timing of Indian Standard Time. Okay, let us see in how Indian Standard Time. Okay. So let me draw India a little bit so that it gives a better understanding. You may use a map. Okay. Now it's just for your understanding. Sorry for not so clear. Okay. Now, so better understanding, I drawn an Indian map. Now see what we understood. This is from here. It is the 68 degree coming. So it is passing through here, isn't it? Okay. And the next one, it is coming from the 98th degree. It is coming from here, isn't it? Okay. So now this is 68 degree, 68 degree east longitude, and this is 98 degree east longitude, isn't it? These two lines are clear. So now we lie in the, as we discussed, which part of the prime meridian, we lie in the eastern part of prime meridian and we lie on the northern part of equator. Isn't that is clear? So since we are in the eastern part, all the longitudes will be drawn the manner which I have drawn in the other side, the eastern side. Okay, this manner. So now the question comes, how many longitudes are there between 68 degree to 98 degree? So the lines which comes like this, 1, 2, 3. Do you know how many lines will be there? Totally you will have how many lines? 30 lines are there. So how many lines will be there like this? Totally 30 lines. Is it clear? So 30 lines are there between 68 to 98. So how many longitudes are there? 30 longitudes. Now, as I discussed, first point, the sun's rays moves from which direction to which direction? From east to west. East to west. Isn't it? From east to west. The sun's rays is moving from, because earth is rotating. Earth is rotating, and the sun's rays first is visible in the eastern part, and then it moves towards the west. Isn't it? So here, when the sun's rays is falling, so now so how many lines are there between these? 30 lines. So 30 lines means, as I discussed in the past, that when the sun's rays moves from one line to another line, how much time it takes? 4 minutes. It takes 4 minutes. So total 30 lines means, what will be the time difference? So like I told 60 in the previous place, I told 60 minutes, isn't it? In this I told 60 minutes, means it is 1 hour. I hope you all know 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So similarly, coming to this point, so how many lines are there from between 68 and 98? There are 30 lines. And if it is one line to another line, it is taking 4 minutes. How much time it is taking? 4 minutes. Means 30 line is equal to how much minutes? 120 minutes. 120 minutes means it is 2 hours. Isn't it? It is how much? 2 hours. So now, what the problem is that when the sun's rays is falling over here in Arunachal Pradesh, what will be the time in our run of Kutch? Definitely it will be towards west when you're doing it. Whether it is ahead or backward, it will be backward. So when it is 5 a.m., for example, when it is 5 a.m., and it is 5 a.m. at Arunachal Pradesh eastern part, that is Silchar or somewhere, in run of Kutch, it will be only 3 a.m. What it will be? 3 a.m. because it is towards west, we have to count backward. If it is 12 noon here, if it is 12 noon in this eastern part of India, in run of Kutch, what will be the timing? It will be 10 a.m. If it is 12 noon here, it will be 10 a.m. here. Are you getting a point? Because it has to travel how many lines? 30 lines. And while traveling each line, how much time it is taking? 4 minutes. So 30 into 4, how much time it will take? 120 minutes. So exactly when the sun's rays is falling here at 12 noon, this part, whether it is receiving sun's rays? No. So how much time it is backward? It is 2 hours backward. That is 10 a.m. Is it clear? So in that case, there will be, so if you are traveling from Arunachal Pradesh towards here, so whether you will set your time, will you change the time after traveling every 1 degree, that is 4 minutes, will you keep on changing? No, it's very bad. It's not possible. It is very tough to manage that way. So henceforth, we decided, it was decided that 82.5 degree east, 82.5 degree east, will be considered as the standard meridian, a line which is passing through Uttar Pradesh, Mirzapur. So this region, it is passing through Uttar Pradesh, it is passing Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so this line, which is near Ahmedabad, a place called Mirzapur. So this line which is passing, this line is called 82.5 degree east. So when the sun's rays falls vertically on this line, the same time will be considered the entire India. So when it is 12 noon, we will be considering 12 noon in other parts of India also, though this region would have got 12 noon because sun's rays would have fallen straight over here and then only it would have reached this line. But still, this area will be considering 12 noon when it is 12 noon here. Similarly, in the western part, the sun's rays would not have reached this. In this line, the sun's rays would not have reached because it is only over here 12 noon, but still we will be considering 12 noon in the western part. Why? To have a common time within the country. So this 82.5 degree east is said to be what? Our Indian Standard Time. Is it clear? So the time on this 82.5 degree east is considered as the time for the entire country. What? The time on the which longitude? 82.5 degree east is considered as the time for the entire country. Hence, that is called as standard time. Thank you. So you may practice the entire process. If any difficulties, I will be taking it. It's not easy to answer because there are a lot of other concepts which I'm trying to avoid now. That is, which organization monitors it in India, then how it is being monitored, etc. There are a lot of other aspects which we'll be discussing in the next line, and how we can, like for example, now in India, if it is 5:30, what the time will in Dubai, what will be the time in America. So those are the next level aspects which we need a complete practical classes, which may not be very clear in this lectures. So let us not get into it, and your book is also not going into it, but we'll be discussing those things for our understanding. Anyhow, I hope how we identify 82.5 degree east as the standard meridian. So a line between 68 and 98, that is 82.5 degree east meridian, is considered as what? Standard meridian of India, because when the sun's rays falls vertically over it and it is noon over there, the entire eastern part or the western part consider it as same as 12 noon, though it is not so. So this way of accepting the time at 82.5 degree east as a common time of entire country is called as standard time. Thank you.